Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Giving double honor to the Apostle Edwards Great Millstone, peace and blessings. The best Christian is truth and sincerity, and Kwam Yasharala. Alright. I want to kick this one off. We're going to get right into this. It's like you see the titling is the sign of Yahushua's return. Because, you know, like the scriptures say, no man knoweth the hour or day. But we do have a sign of the times, as you would call it. Some that you could, you know, for example, when you're driving, you got a stop sign to tell you, or you got to stop and you got to wait a second here. You got a no U-turn sign, meaning no turning back. Or you got certain signs to tell you how to drive. Lord, he getting ready to give us the signs that's going to tell us how to, when he coming back, and with us knowing he coming back, them the signs to get right, or how to live your life. Right? This is Matthew 24:1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to shew him the building of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And I was talking about the actual temple. All right, because in 70 AD the temple was destroyed. All right. Because in this chapter you do have verses that talk about 70 AD, but you have scriptures that talk about today. You have certain scriptures that speaking on both. That one was specifically a prophecy of 70 AD, which came to pass. So once again, proving a prophetic book, these things were said first and happened later. And they wasn't no gamble. I got 5 on the temple gonna be destroyed. No, like it was known. Yahushua knew the temple would be destroyed. All right. It say, verse 3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. All right, so they basically come to Yahushua, and they asking him, like, well, when you come back, what's going to be the sign? Like, how we going to know you coming back? And he responded, well, first and foremost, make sure that no man deceive you. Why? It say verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, oh, no, he said that verse 4, take heed that no man deceive you. All right, verse 5, it say, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. All right, and that's the first sign right there. How do we know? That's already here. All right, you got Muslims saying Isa. Basically, that's their way of saying Jesus. And they say he a prophet of the Most High, but he not the one true, he not the son of the Most High. That's what they say. Or you got basically, you got certain motherfuckers who think they the reincarnation of Yahushua. You got certain people, even though we know he's sitting on the right-hand side of the Heavenly Father because he conquered death. So that's why he said, be not deceived, because you have a lot of people coming around saying, oh, I know the way. Oh, I am him. I'm son of man. You got fucking Edomites with blue hair and blue eyes and blonde hair and white robes talking about they believe they Jesus. So we see that coming. Or how it came, I should say. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So, what we gonna see? We're gonna hear, it says, like it said, ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. First it was the rumors. You can go back 10 years from now, literally. You had what was beginning the escalation of, we can even go back 100 years, really, where The USSR, which is today Russia and the United States, was kind of at odds in the Cold War. That alone right there just sparked it off. Not to mention we had 2 world wars 100 years ago, which ain't that long. Not even 100 years ago. It was like 80 years ago, actually. And here it is today. Now, we want to be even more modern. I'm just saying those are the things that built up today. Today, we constantly hear about threats being made. You got North Korea saying how they want to take out America and South Korea. You got Russia saying the West is the real enemy. All right. You got Europe bouncing. They all around this motherfucker. The European Union, they down there fighting everybody. The Edomites. You got Ishmael. They riled up. They lands them been destroyed. You got India and China at odds. They always at odds. All right, so you got a lot of rumors of wars. And you got the literal wars now, too, because we got what? Russia and Ukraine been going on. Now you got Palestine and Israel. They back on it. So yeah, them rumors of wars, them things here. It's no denying it. It's a... See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So this is a sign when you start seeing these wars, rumors of wars, which we're seeing them, we know Yahushua is making his return. Let's say, but the end is not yet, so it ain't over yet. That's just the beginning. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, so like that's basically the wars, but and you got that going on now, even with taxation, what's that shit called? Basically taxes. But you got nations rising up like, man, I ain't paying taxes no more. You got certain nations rising up like, we ain't being oppressed no more. Or you got certain African countries where they just like, bro, they doing away with the dollar. They ain't using it no more. They want to get with bricks. That's basically them rising up. Scripture said, let the weak say I am strong. So all those certain countries that would have they would have never spoke out on America. Now they burning American flags. That nigga Putin, what you would call the president of Russia, not sure what his actual title is, but what you would call the president of Russia, he said a world without Russia is a world he don't want to live in, saying he gonna rise up. And if he can't win, he taking everybody with him. That's basically what he's saying, is we're going to war. And if we don't win, we're going to hit the red button and everybody going to lose. That's his mindset. That's an Edomite for you, too. It say, and there shall be famines. All right. I just was at the grocery store. And my wife, she was saying how, we had to drive around to find some chicken. Well, just a couple months ago, you had the bird flu. Or you had the fucking farms burning up. And she was saying how they had put all the chicken in one little spot. They don't need a whole section for it no more. But the famines, they getting ready to come. You know why? Because meat is a delicacy to you people. If you find pleasure in meat, a lot of people, they won't eat if they don't got no meat on their table. Not knowing that's supposed to be the smallest portion on your plate. Right? So if you give a nigga a bowl of vegetables and some fruit, he might throw up. So when these famines hit, you're going to be some sick you're going to be some sick people. Shit, you might not even have no fruits and vegetables. Matter of fact, you niggas ain't going to have nothing to eat. Y'all stomach's going to touch y'all back and y'all skin going to be black. When you starve, your skin get dark for lack of nutrition. Y'all going to be looking like them zombies from Warm Hearts, I think it's called. Them motherfuckers was shaving, their skin was falling, they was black skeletons. Oh, it's called Warm Bodies. You look that up. It's called black ass zombies called from the movies Warm Bodies. That's how y'all gonna be looking. Alright, it say, and pestilences is here. Pestilences is diseases, sicknesses, all of that. We had the whole world shut down. First epidemic, it was a pandemic. Epidemic is country, pandemic is worldwide. First pandemic since the bird flu 100 years ago. What's the odds that all these, I keep mentioning 100 years ago because these same things 100 years ago, they happening now on a way more elevated level. All right, the bird flu killed or influenza, it's like influenza or the flu, killed like 3 million people. Quote unquote, COVID killed a lot more. Can't forget the vax. And that's just one of them. Let's not mention how STDs are rampant. Let's not mention how 1 in 4, everybody's sick here. 1 in 4 people have cancer. We watch the commercials. 1 in 3 people got this. 1 in 2 people got this. It ain't a healthy motherfucker alive. That's the wrong verse. Like and earthquakes in diverse places. You know, we've been getting that. We had an earthquake here in Cleveland. I think it was maybe like 2-3 years ago, maybe 4. We don't never get hit with earthquakes. So if a place like this can hit with earthquakes, I can only imagine the rest of the world. Them tectonic plates probably shaking like a salt shaker. I think it was like over 36,000 earthquakes in the year 2023. And that's because you got certain places in the world where it does nothing but have earthquakes. But the thing about that is, when you look at it, you got places that never get hit with earthquakes. Or where there are volcanoes, you're going to have earthquakes. That's just a given. But you got places that don't have no volcanoes, places that don't usually even get hit with earthquakes, getting hit with them. So if that ain't the science, then tell me what is. And I don't want to hear the tectonic plates. They do this every 10,000 years. I don't want to hear no fake science shit. These are signs of the times. It say, all these are the beginning of sorrow. Now, from my very short lifespan of 21 years, a lot of people have been saying since 2016, they just don't feel happy no more. They gave up. They just living off of instinct. Your instincts make you want to survive. They really want to die. They depressed. They sit in the house all day, eat snacks. You gotta pay to watch good movies. If you don't want to pay, you gotta watch the regular shit. They don't do nothing with their life. They don't exercise. They sit there in their bodies and absorb toxins and eat poison. And they fill their mind with Instagram reels and Instagram stories and pictures. They the fucking depressed. They whole existence and why they exist is just flipped upside down. They want to die. That's sorrow. Sorrowness is sadness, depression. The last time we had a moment like this, it was called the Great Depression. Well, we in another Great Depression. It's called. I think I seen Edomite said it's called the suppression because it's on the low, not knowing that it's fucking a whole Great Depression right now. But they keep it on the low, so he called it the suppression. Verse 9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. That's talking about his believers. You know, they're going to come back to him. What's that R breakdown? Well, what you say about we can't be saved? They're going to put you on live TV and say, what you say? You said, who can't be saved? The Gentiles? They're going to mix our words around. Oh, so the niggas in the hood can't be saved? Because they going to say the niggas in the hood, Gentiles. That's what they teach in the Christian church, that I remember being taught that in the Christian church, that we're the Gentiles. So when you say the Gentiles can't be saved, the fucking Israelites gonna get mad. One, because they want them to be saved, coon ass niggas. And they think they the Gentiles. So they gonna play with the words. Alright, because the thing I even noticed, I recently went to Detroit last weekend, and you got, they always ask us about the Palestine and the Israel war, whose side we take, even though we don't take no side. But here it is, they playing with that, because when you really go into it, the land, she said, I believe the lady, she said something like, do you believe land should be taken by violence? The answer is, if it's of the Most High. The Most High gave everybody their land. How you get it is how you get it. Israel was taken from the Hamites, if I'm not mistaken, the Philistines. The real Philistines are Ham. The Palestinians are Ishmael. Or we're going to call them Arabians. I'm not sure if Palestine go back to Philistine, but it would make sense. But those names are very similar. We took that land and the Lord gave it to us. And let's not forget why the Lord let us take it, because they was in the Holy Land committing all type of wickedness. So yes, but this is the type of wordplay. I'm just using an example. This is the type of things they're gonna do to trick people up. Like right now, I'm just saying how they trying to throw us in the Philistine and Israel war when that's our land. We took that rightfully. But in they Quran, or the lady said something like, it's the land of the Philistines. But no, it's not. But look at how they switch those words around to throw us in the middle. Do we look like we over there fighting for the fucking land? Verse 10, then many shall be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. Why? It's going to be a hard time. When ain't no bread, when ain't no water, motherfuckers going to be getting offended. You don't want to help me out? I'll kill you, nigga. That's how they going to be. I grew up with you. You ain't going to give me some water? You got 6 packs in there? You going to give me a bottle? I'm going to kill you. That's the mindset of these people. I'm going to kill you. That's literally what they're going to be thinking. If you don't want to help me, I'm going to kill you. And if you do got it, I might not ask. I might just kill you. This literally going to be the mindset of you people. They say and betray one another. This is going to be somebody you might help. He going to turn around and stab you and say, hey, bro, I need the rest of them resources. Scriptures say, because iniquity is abound, love shall wax cold. Because we know love is the keeping of the statutes and commandments. That's what love is. The law, statutes, and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Not, I got this feeling in my stomach and I just never want to leave you. No, it's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. All right. It say verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Oh, here we go. Many false prophets. How many times TD Jakes got to get up on that motherfucking podium and dance and scream, wake up, wake up. Nigga ain't put no verse out in decades. Show me a video of him breaking down a whole chapter. Sermon, 3 hours long. He ain't break down one chapter. Fucking false Israelite teachers telling you can have sex on the Sabbath. Telling you could do it in the butt. Things like that. Extreme ass shit. Where it's like, bro, you don't even teach regular breakdowns. Why are you teaching something like that? What's wrong with these niggas? The false prophets. And shall deceive many. That should tell you right there. Whoever got them niggas with them big ass congregations, that's them deceiving many. And it's all about money for them. Let that money stop there. Take that 3-piece suit off and say, hey, man, we in a drug game. They'd be quick to jump around. I think that nigga Joel Epstein or something like that nigga found $600,000 in the walls of the church. I think that's what it was. Might have been more than that. What you doing with $600,000 in the walls, nigga? You was getting ready to pocket it. That's what you was about to do. That was your little money. They got a known thing for drug dealers. They take a certain part of their money and stash it away somewhere. If anything go wrong, they got some money to lay back on. This nigga had a stash. I thought you was an upright, tight Christian. You supposed to keep your money in a bank where it could be measured. Nigga, you had a stash. You had something to hide. You was taking 5% out of them alms and putting them to the side. You fucking false prophet. Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Like I was just saying, I literally quoted it. Didn't know it was the next verse. Like I was saying, if you ain't keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, which is love, all right, then you committing hate. You know how somebody love you when they don't. You know how a brother love you, even though we all fall short. But these are certain ways we know. He ain't committing adultery with your wife. He ain't having googly eyes with her. Or every time you turn your back, he ain't going in your cookie jar stealing money and shit. You know, he watch how you talk to you. These is laws and statutes and commandments that we keep, knowing that we love each other. Because you don't want nobody to fuck your wife, so why you go out there and pop somebody's wife? You don't want nobody to steal your hard-earned money,
So you ain't gonna go out and steal somebody else's hard-earned money. You look out for your brother. These are statutes. These are literally the statutes and commandments. He said the second greatest commandment is love your brother. How you love your brother? By giving them hugs and saluting them every time you see them? No, it's by keeping the law. It say, but he that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So enduring all these things, basically Jacob's trouble, and keeping the faith and keeping the Lord's name, which is Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, who you people call God, Yahweh Shai, who you people call Jesus. Alright. I hope this was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash. Giving up honor to the apostle, others great millstone. Peace and blessings to us pushing in this truth and sincerity and Kwam Yasharala.